guys, a new upgrade came and I can't wait to unbox it. Leave that aside for a second. Pencil. Oops, okay, that completely escalated. Okay, so a pencil sharpener. Seems not for transport. I think that rips off too easy. Okay, the colors are very beautiful. Let's see what they are. Ah, and a blender. Okay. Splendor. If you watched my earlier videos, you already know that I used that one. Face coloring, okay. And actually quite thick paper. Wow, guys, look at that. The things you can do with colored pencils are so awesome. I'm just not very good at that, but we will try this time. Oil-based pencils. I love the oil-based ones, so I will have a lot of fun with them. Yeah, guys, then let's see each other when I create something. Hi guys, welcome to the voiceover. So let's start with what I'm actually doing here. Fruits. So I like making fruits. It was a great idea in my opinion, but I faced a problem. I searched for fruits on Pinterest and all I found was cut open fruits and fruit recipes. So I changed the name to fruit pictures and stuff like that and tried. But it took a while until I finally found a picture and it was plums. Because the other problem was I needed to find something that actually is possible to make with these colors. And the picture of the plums I found was actually quite big. There were a lot of plums in there. And at first I thought maybe I take one out and it would probably have been a better idea. But I decided to make the whole one. And I was like, I'm really going to try super hard with this one. But in order to make the picture look great, they made a very, very dark background to make it like look raw and stuff like that. And so I thought like, well, how can I make this whole painting darker? So I decided to go on the journey of painting everything with the pencil, which took a very long time. And I used the Splendor, which I finally found the real purpose for. It fixes up the paper and makes the colors look more vibrant. And I tried if it makes it look darker, and it actually worked, as you can see on the little spot on the left where I tried it out. So that was my hope, that it would look great with that background. But it's still very gray, and what I see in the final artwork is that it looks very ashy, and it's just not helping with making the fruits look tasty. And another problem that I faced with the whole plums in a bowl situation is that it's very wide but not very high. So I had the whole upper part where nothing was, so I decided to make a branch and leaves up there. And to be honest, it didn't work quite as well as I thought because I had some greens, so that's what I thought about. But what I didn't think about was that I have no brown to make the whole stem and everything look great, which is a problem. So the only thing I could do was to work with the yellow and the pencil, which came out pretty ashy again. And so the whole branch thing looks a little bit, I don't want to say dead, but kind of not healthy, if you know what I mean. But you're not actually seeing that right now, and so I will stop talking about stuff that's going on in the future. and start talking about their art supplies. So maybe just start with a pencil, since it's the first thing I'm using and it's very, very present right now. It's a normal HB pencil and I don't have anything necessarily bad to say about it. Although the eraser on the other side is a little bit dusty. It's doing an okay job in erasing, but it's going to leave a lot of mess behind. But it's just that mini thing, so it's not a big deal. I just wanted to mention it. So then let's move on to the most present thing in the whole painting, hopefully. The Derwent Lightfast Oil colored pencils. These are pencils that I searched for so long because I had them once in a scroller box and I fell in love with their texture and the way you can make art with them basically. And I couldn't find them in my local art store. Or local, I mean it's 1 hour or so away from my home, but anyway, I couldn't find them. And I'm so happy to see them again. And I'm definitely going to use them a lot. Maybe I can find some others in the internet. I actually kept a piece of paper where I find the advertisement about the pencils in a hope that I can find more of them that way. And to be honest, I can't wait to make more art with them. Because I could be happier with the artwork that I created for this Upcrate battle, and maybe I'm trying another time. But it's just not enough time to make another artwork for the video because this took so long. As you can see, it's quite sped up because I had so much stuff that I wanted to show you that I needed to make it faster and I needed to cut out some parts. Otherwise you would see a half an hour long video, which is just a bit too much, I think. But it shows that I tried really hard and it just didn't come out the way I wanted. And I couldn't really fix it because I already was so dark, and the problem was that I was so dark. I would have wanted more light in the whole artwork. But it's a lesson to learn, and I'm definitely going to make better artworks now that I know it. So maybe you can learn from my lesson with this video and see that a little bit less is more. But yeah, last thing about the pencils, I really liked the color combination, even though I was not happy with how I could use them in this artwork. But the color combination itself is quite cool, and yeah, it was just the fruits and the scene that I picked out that wasn't 100% fitting the color combination. So let's move on to the pencil sharpener from M&R. It was quite okay. I'm not sure what's the problem with sharpening the splendors, but I will talk about this in a second. But I had some trouble sharpening some stuff. I wasn't able to sharpen them with other sharpeners too, so I'm not sure if it was a problem of the pencil sharpener. Please don't count how often I said sharpener now, I'm sorry. But anyway, it's quite fine. I'm still going with what I said in the first time, that it's not good for traveling. I think it will open and make a whole lot of mess. But it's great for at home, and it's easy to open and put away the mess that's inside if you are at home. So it's a pro on the other hand. Well then, let's talk about the Splendor. I already said that I misunderstood the use the first times and that it seals the paper, which is the reason why I wasn't able to make art on top of it, which is just something I maybe overheard or wasn't written anywhere. So I'm happy to find it out now, and I was able to use it very well this time. The cool thing though is that the oil pencils don't have a problem drawing on top, so that's great. Because sometimes you seal something and then you're like, maybe changed it a little bit. So I was happy that I was able to do that. But let's move on to the problem I already mentioned. I tried sharpening it and it just crumbled. The whole inner part just crumbled. And sometimes the tip just stuck in the sharpener, like just a tip. It just crumbled off, and sometimes the whole thing just stuck in there. And then I used a different sharpener and I had the same problem. And then I found an old pencil sharpener, one of these metal ones that don't have anything around them. And I used that one because it's the easiest getting the lid out. And that actually worked quite okay, but I'm not sure if I just got rid of the messy part. As I always say with sharpening stuff, it could be that while delivery there went something wrong and the package just was smashed on the ground or something, and that's the reason why it's so broken. So I'm not sure if it's the splendor itself or it was just a mistake. But I used my old splendor that I still had, and I had a little bit of the same problem. But I was able at the end to get both of them sharp again, and that's why you see two splendors lying around there. But let me know, guys, if you have the same problem, or if it's just my bad sharpening or the delivery or whatever. As you know, guys, I love to get in contact with you. And I have some cool things planned for the future where we can get a little more in contact, maybe challenges, or I will do a draw this in your style thing. Oh, that would be so cool. But I'm just waiting a little until we are big enough to get this whole message around, you know? So I'm not just thinking a lot and creating a cool idea and working a lot on it, and then there's no one who actually wants to do it. I'm not ungrateful for the things that I have. I'm really, really thankful for everything that I achieved. And I will definitely work harder and also work if it's just staying the size that we are now. But for some cooler things, I think we are too small right now. But if you're listening to this and you're not subscribed, you know, I actually don't like forcing you guys or saying to you guys like, please subscribe. I always feel like I'm a bit rude and I don't really like being that. So if you want to, you can, you know, the option is there. And if you want to give it a thumbs up, that would be awesome too. Or leave a comment. I always love reading your comments. Although sometimes the spam filter gets them. Yeah, so if I don't answer, it's probably this. But anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. I hope you like the stuff that I created today. I'm, as you know, not 100% happy, but maybe you just enjoy making art even though it doesn't turn out perfect. And maybe that's the lesson of today's video, that sometimes the art doesn't turn out perfect, but it's still okay. You spend a lot of time on it maybe, and we can all appreciate the work done and the learning process that was connected to it. Yeah, I'm getting philosophical again. Anyway, thanks again, and I guess I will see you guys next time. Bye!